On Tuesday, the world will commemorate Black Ribbon Day, the national day of remembrance for the victims of communism and Nazism in Europe. It's taking on more important light this year, though, in light of what's happening in the Ukraine. A ceremony is also being held in Vancouver today. And for more on this, we're joined by Michael Dembek, president of the Canadian-Polish Congress in BC. Thank you for being here, Michael.
Good morning, Jennifer. Thank you.
So this year is dedicated to Ukraine. Why is that so important to you and your group?
Well, I think when we talk about, Black Ribbon Day this year, we're organizing it with the Estonian, Latvian, Lithuanian, and the Ukrainian community, and of course the Polish community. And we feel that it's still necessary to speak about what's happening in Ukraine. And Black Ribbon Day is really it's a day of education and remembering the victims of the Soviet Union and Nazi Germany, that they caused havoc in Central and Eastern Europe. So, for example, such terrible things like the deportation of Estonians, Latvians, Lithuanians, and Poles and Ukrainians to Siberia, or the Katyn massacre that killed over 20,000 of the Polish elite military being shot in the head and left in a forest, or such tragic events such as the Holocaust. And so it's vital to kind of remember what these ideologies have done, and that it can happen again. And what's happening in Ukraine is literally, we're having totalitarian ambitions of Vladimir Putin wreak havoc in Ukraine. And so that's why we're come together to organize this event and to continue to speak about what's happening in Ukraine.
Now, the Polish community is one of the many here locally that are helping Ukrainians resettle and back even in Ukraine. So how are those efforts going as the war intensifies?
Well, I know that in Poland we do have about 5 million Ukrainian refugees. I was just recently there visiting, and it seems that Poland has really done a great job in welcoming Ukrainian refugees. But I think we shouldn't just shine the light on Poland. We should also speak about what Estonia is doing, or Latvia or Lithuania, because they've been tremendously helping out Ukraine. They've been hand in hand with the Polish community, and they've also taken several Ukrainian refugees. They've helped them tremendously settle in the Baltic states. And I think that together we're really showing a true support for Ukraine.
So with the event today, can you tell us a little bit about it if people want to take part or mark it?
Well, we actually have 3 excellent speakers that will be touching on the topics of Black Ribbon Day, the Baltic Way, and of course the ongoing conflict in Ukraine. But we also have a great demonstration planned with a few ladies that are wearing traditional folklore clothing, and it's going to be dedicated to what's happening in Ukraine. And at the end of our event, we're actually going to do something very symbolic and something very open. We're going to be joining hands for Ukraine. So similar to the Baltic Way that happened in Estonia, Latvia, and Lithuania in 1989, they joined hands through 3 countries, around 700 kilometers, and the aim was for freedom. And we're trying to do something similar to kind of show that we support Ukraine. And so we're inviting everyone in the public to come on down to the Vancouver Art Gallery at 2 p.m. Today to join hands and to really show our support for Ukraine.
Thank you so much for your time and for all the efforts that you are trying to improve the lives of so many who are in need at this time. That is Michael Dembek, president of the Canadian-Polish Congress in BC. Thank you.
Thank you so much.